We created our exomorphs to be builders, not killers. Look how quickly they restored the facility from ruins.
To our eternal shame, we lost control of them.
But we proved the Idril were a great empire, and we exposed Atrexian lies, and...
You almost got yourselves killed.
That's the price of seeking truth.
And the dead Atrexians? Were they also your price?
We can't undo the catastrophe, but we can atone for it. We have the ability to create a limitless workforce for both the Idril and the Atrexians.
We cannot let you create new exomorphs.
I can fix the behavioral regulators. They only malfunctioned because we had to work in secret.
We don't know that for a fact.
The Atrexians have suppressed our archaeological evidence to distort history, oppress our people, and control our planets.
That's a very serious charge.
I don't make that claim lightly. We found archaeological evidence on Viok Theta 3, but the Atrexian government shut down our dig site and impounded all our artifacts. We were furious.
Furious enough to kill?
The truth is our only weapon.
The machinery in this facility will allow us to prove that the Atrexians took over ancient Idril colony worlds.
Unless the Federation has destroyed all the evidence to help their Atrexian allies.
We are not allies of the Atrexians.
But you wish to be. You want them in your Federation of Planets.
Enough. We are not hiding your findings. Besides the safety concerns, have you considered the rights of the exomorphs?
Rights? They are clearly not sentient beings.
We'll make that determination in consultation with Starfleet Command. Until then, you are confined to quarters. Monroe, I'd like you to talk to Clea. I suspect she's the most likely to be cooperative.
Aye, sir.
Captain, should I assist Lieutenant Monroe?
I think not. Monroe has an advantage here. Clea credits him with saving Crindo. Even if Crindo does not.
All right, I gotta apologize for the audio in the last bit. I did not realize that I had not yet put the settings back where they were before. But yeah, we are going to go talk with Clea. Clea is romance interest number 2. Now, the reason why I've been going on about this, about which one we choose, is because, well, there's no option not to. You get one or the other. And which one you choose will depend. There's basically a binary choice at one point. And it almost does not matter what you do up until that choice. But once you make that choice, it'll basically be go talk to Telsia or go talk to Clea. And once you hit that point and make that choice, you're locked in, essentially. And there ain't nothing you can really do about it. At least that's from what I remember. So yeah, there's no bachelor option here, unfortunately. There's no Gerard option here, which is even more unfortunate. But yeah, Clea is kind of the she's basically, I compared this to like an early, like a beta version of Mass Effect. Like a very, very, very Quake engine early like an early Space Marine simulator with light RP elements, which is basically what this game is. And so that's right down to there being romantic options, and one of them essentially being a fan service archaeologist. Although Clea is significantly less dressed than Liara is on most days. But yes. She is your, she basically is Liara. I don't know if she can procreate with every other species in the galaxy. But, is that...
What do you think, Telsia?
I think they make a persuasive case. If we find that the Atrexians have been hiding evidence, they may have brought the attack on themselves.
Good point. Whatever.
Good point.
Maybe we're backing the wrong side. We're sympathetic to the Atrexians after a brutal attack, but that doesn't mean we have to believe everything they say. The Idril should be allowed to have peaceful access to their own technology.
You may be right, but will the captain see it that way?
You may be right. But will the captain see it that way?
I'll try to convince him.
Clea is in the guest quarters, Lieutenant.
What is it?
Yeah.
If you ask me, the Idril are behind all this trouble.
You're not wrong. This actually is quite wrong. So here's a thing that changed pretty much constantly throughout the films. The front of the Enterprise E's bridge. Now, is that a gap? Is that a gap? I don't think it is. It kind of looks like it, though, a little bit. So, in First Contact, this was just a wall. This was just, like, more of this, like, this wall pattern right here. And, it just had, like, this along, like, the curve. And what it did was it projected, like the screen was a hologram that materialized on the front of the bridge. It wasn't like a giant monitor. Technically, this isn't a giant monitor either. This is a holographic screen. But something that was cool about the Enterprise D, and I might actually transition. You know what? Hang on, give me a second. So this is what I'm talking about right here. This is actually super accurate to how it was intended to be portrayed in the show. You notice how I'm moving around, and it's basically like it's a window. It's not actually a window. What's going on here is there's basically a giant box attached to the front of the bridge that is essentially a mini holodeck. And it's projecting holographic images both inside this sort of big enclosed space as well as against the walls, like a holodeck would. You notice this whenever Picard's like talking to someone and it's like a big talking head on the screen, but whenever the camera changes and you see Picard standing talking to whoever's on the view screen, the angle on the view screen changes as well. And you'd see them in profile as opposed to like straight up, as opposed to face to face like you would if it were just a big like video screen. That's because the talking head on the view screen is an actual giant talking head that's being projected based on the visual feed from that other ship or whoever he's talking to. So yeah, imagine best of both worlds where like Jean-Luc like oh my god. Oh! This is literally like a fucking like a 5-star hotel fly around in space living in. Fucking awesome. And I will fight anybody who disagrees. Yeah, there are newer ships in STO, but how many of those ships in Star Trek Online can I actually walk around in? Oh, yes. Speaking of things Star Trek Online doesn't have, a proper fucking phaser. Yep, it's a big double door. Can't miss it. Oh, look at this room! This room is dope! Oh, I love this set. Alright, I'm out of time. Holy shit. Alright. Let's get back to EF2. Later movies like, I remember from Nemesis had this as well, where it was basically just like a big monitor on the front of the bridge. Still not a window, though, because windows on the front of a starship are fucking stupid. These are not the Nemesis TAC consoles, though, because the Nemesis TAC consoles had sort of an angular... they had more of a... They stuck out a bit more. Or at all, really. This is actually a really nice recreation of the, Enterprise E bridge. And there's... Oh, they even included this. God damn it. They even included that. Christ. This fucking thing. Alright, so, for those who've never seen Insurrection, the Enterprise E has, just a fucking joystick in the middle of the bridge for no reason. Literally. It's not, installed and, there's not, a panel in the helm console that, opens up and there's, a fly-by-wire interface, just in case it's needed. No. It's behind the helm console. Behind it. Behind. Where the pilot sits. Behind them. Where you have to stand. As opposed to just having, a compartment in here that opens up with a fly-by-wire interface. Behind, right here, a joystick, and not a sci-fi joystick either. This was literally just a PC joystick that is stuck on this shaft that extends, rises, erects, if you will, from the front of the bridge upward with a fucking some fucking Logitech flight control stick that sticks out of it. And I think it might have literally been a Logitech actually in that movie. So that's a good eye for detail. Cryptic, take note that, but I'm sorry, it's still stupid. Oh my god, they remembered that. They remembered that! Of course they did. That's how you know this was a labor of love. Even the fucking stupid things are there. Jesus. Remember when I said this was a good reproduction of the Enterprise E bridge? It turns out it's an even better reproduction of the Enterprise E bridge than I thought it was. Christ. I have to imagine that one of these is the head. And I don't know what the hell the other one would be. Maybe he's got a stateroom on the front of the bridge. Who knows? Like a closet, maybe? Or this would be a closet. This looks very closet-like. Or it could be the head. That's definitely big enough to be the head. But, how big would that head have to be for Picard? He'd have to have a fucking... he'd have to have, a fucking jacuzzi in there, along with, although it is a sovereign class. This is a warship with all the luxuries of the Enterprise D. It's a 20-deck luxury cruiser that can kill things. So, who knows? Maybe he does have a jacuzzi in there. Maybe Picard's getting with Dr. Crusher in his off hours in his jacuzzi.
Hazard crew quarters.
And not with some fucking Romulan tart who was really creepily coming on to him after her husband passed away. I fucking hate Picard. Here's your daily reminder that I think New Trek is garbage. Law Thompson. Where the hell am I? Thomas Odell. No, that's the guest quarters. That's where Clea is. We ain't going there yet. Chang.
Thanks for arranging my transfer.
That's Shell. Let's go hang out with Shell, yeah. You're a canon character. Korban. Is Korban here? Let's go fucking party with Korban, man. I guess not. Korban's probably real fucking fun at a party. He's a Klingon. That's the two things that the Klingons just want to do. Is party and kill shit. Hey, this is
I
nice.
was on the holodeck observing the Andorian flora in their natural habitat.
How did you sustain this injury with the holodeck safety protocols in place?
I overrode the holodeck safety protocols by running it in diagnostics mode.
Why would you do a thing like that? Isn't Andorian flora carnivorous?
Well, yes, but
Who gave you authorization to disable those safety protocols?
no one did. I didn't think it would turn out this way.
You realize you could have been eaten. I'm rescheduling the rest of my appointments today as you clearly need my counseling.
But what about my plants in the hydroponics bay?
I'll have someone take over your assignment for the next few days. I think you need some time to reflect on your actions.
And there's actually different... You know, I only just noticed, but there actually does appear to be a slightly different phenotype to, like, some of these models. That's nice. That's a nice detail. Entertainment programming. We got a jukebox here. But where's mine? Where the hell do I live? Law Thompson. Hey! Looks like a warp core. You don't mind me stealing your shit, Law, right? Your fucking Eagle Moss models. There's the shuttlecraft, the Type 11. Why that isn't in stow yet? Frick! And oh, we got like a Romulan ship model. Now, there have been we have been through 2 Armada games, so they would have cause to have a Romulan ship model, but still interesting that it's showing up here. And also a Ferengi shuttle as well. I don't know what the hell you are. Oh, and we got Voyager. We got the Voyager in-game model. Pretty much the only other time it's going to be used in this game. Now that Voyager... We are like a year after Voyager got home. So we're right up to Nemesis. That's a tiny, tiny window. That's a teeny tiny window. Who the hell lives in there? And this is the Idril thing. We were running around in the other level. Likes his models, Thompson. It's got lots of nice models. These are some nice quarters too for enlisted quarters. I don't think we see although he's an officer, so he's not enlisted. He's an ensign. But these are some nice junior officer quarters. We found our secret. Let's go talk to Clea. What you got? What you got? What you got? It's gonna be like that? It's that kind of day, huh? Huh? What you got?
Clea is waiting inside.
Hello, Clea.
Apparently we haven't given her any clothes.
Please come in. I'd like the company.
Inagor said your research held the key to activating the machinery. How so?
My research explores the relationship between people and the machinery they develop, and the ways the machinery develops people in turn.
So, why did you need to manufacture exomorphs? Couldn't you prove your theory without them?
Of course. If Crindo hadn't activated those terrifying creatures, we could have completed our research by now.
You didn't want to create exomorphs?
It was breathtaking to see them come to life, but risky. When they turned on us, I was sure we were dead.
What happened?
They chased us from the lab. We were safe, but we had no way to communicate with Crindo or the scientists on the surface. I was terrified, and then you were there.
Tell me, Clea, what if your research shows that the Idril did not make the ruins?
Then I will publish my findings proudly.
Quite the dispassionate scientist.
On the contrary, I'm quite passionate. I come from a world of tremendous beauty. Lush green jungles, pink coral beaches, and snowy mountains.
It sounds appealing.
The first time I saw Idril from space, I cried. I wish you could see my world.
Perhaps I can. Come with me to stellar cartography.
Perhaps I can. Come with me to stellar cartography.
She has jiggle physics. Jesus. They gave her jiggle physics.
This ship is amazing. The resources are overwhelming. If I had access to this level of technology, I could have completed my work long ago. May I?
Be my guest.
Here's my homeworld. Vazbadge 7 to the Atrexians. I come from a small island south of the largest continent. I haven't been back since I reached adolescence. I joined Inigor's research team when I was still in school.
Why did you leave so early?
There's no truth to be found in Idril schools. They're controlled by the Atrexians. I had to leave to find real knowledge.
I left home early too, but I couldn't wait to leave my planet. I had to get to the stars.
Do you miss home?
Well, I didn't, until I thought I'd be stuck in the Delta Quadrant for the rest of my life. Then I couldn't wait to get home.
Show me your world?
This is Earth. Sol 3. I'm from an area called Vermont.
What's it like?
It's a rugged place. Very independent and resourceful people.
Like you, Alexander.
Call me Alex.
I would love to see this land of Vermont, Alex.
Lieutenant Monroe, to the bridge.
On my way. Clea, I'll have security escort you back to your quarters.
Perhaps later you can tell me more about Earth.
You can't. I'm sorry. F6. Jump! Like, if I know that, because I didn't play this game exactly when it came out, because I had a PC that was, let's just say not good. I had a PC that was made by a brand that nobody knows exists anymore. Like, I mentioned the name of this brand, and people were just sort of like, huh? And that was back then. So, yeah. I didn't play this when it came out. But I know that if I did, I'd have probably gone with Clea because I was a fucking horny high schooler, and that is exactly who she is designed for. Yeah. I don't begrudge the designers. Like, it doesn't, like... It doesn't... It just is. It just is
Deck
what
one
it is.
Bridge.
She is the classic sci-fi trope of the space babe. It's there. It's there for those who are into it.
We'll beam the prisoners to your ship.
That won't be necessary. Just release them.
I beg your pardon?
The killing was not their fault. Those 3 scientists merely stumbled on advanced technology left by an extinct and long-forgotten race.
Forgive my skepticism, but what makes you so sure the Idril did not build those ruins?
Legends of Idril glory are fairy tales. We have extensive records of our first contact with the Idril, and they were a simple people.
Then you won't mind us investigating their claims in the facility.
We're going to destroy the facility before anyone else is hurt.
Commander, that is a priceless archaeological site, not to mention a breakthrough technology. I strongly recommend...
It is our planet and our business. We appreciate your assistance, but you cannot dictate our policy. The facility is dangerous and must be destroyed. Now please release our Idril prisoners. You cannot detain them without our authorization.
We can hold them for the attack on the Dallas.
That would be a mistake. Prosecuting them for being ignorant Idril would hand the Separatists a propaganda victory.
Did you impound Inigor's artifacts from Viok Theta 3?
Inigor and his followers fabricated mock artifacts to look like Idril creations.
If they're counterfeiters, why are they still free?
Their punishment was exile from Viok Theta 3 and the destruction of their counterfeit objects.
If you destroy this facility, will you call it counterfeit as well?
Captain, We are reading antimatter explosions on Vioc Epsilon 5.
You can release the Idril. Our dead now have justice.
Destroying history is not justice.
Goodbye, Captain Picard.
Commander Tuvok, the Idril are free to go. Escort them to Shuttle Bay 2.
Aye, sir. Doctors, the Atrexian Council has released you.
What are they up to?
Don't be so surprised. They can't stop destiny.
I'm surprised and worried.
You always worry about nothing. You should cultivate the unwavering certainty of our ancestors.
They were hardly unwavering.
My research says they were.
Then why did it take my research to activate the facility?
Enough! Thank you for your hospitality.
Don't thank these barbarians. They destroyed our only proof.
My son, this sector is filled with proof.
Yes. The work awaits. Come, Clea.
Lieutenant Commander Tuvok, I petitioned the Enterprise for permission to stay on board.
But why, child?
I want to help the Federation study the exomorph bodies. It's my own small way of atoning for the death we caused.
I forbid it!
You do not control me.
Captain Picard, Dr. Clea has requested permission to stay aboard the Enterprise and assist in the investigation of the exomorph bodies.
Her skills could be quite useful. She's authorized to stay on board.
Do not allow her to stay, Picard.
Dr. Clea, you will be assisting the research team. Welcome to the Enterprise.
Thank you, Captain.
Picard out.
You'll regret this.
Crindo, you are cleared to leave. I suggest you do so immediately.
We have finished repairs to the warp drive on the USS Dallas. She's ready to head back to Starbase 12 for a refit.
She's gonna need more than a refit.
Captain, we've received a distress call from a nearby Atrexian colony.
The colony is in the Taravar system. We're going to protect the Atrexians.
From what?
That's what I intend to find out.
We have developed a new weapon. We shall have time for a demonstration before we arrive. Come over to the armory as soon as you can.
Yeah, sure, dude. Where is my damn compression rifle? I know it's in this game. I want it. Say there's no secrets. I say that's crap. I want my compression rifle game. Chell and dude.
Ever since the Borg transporter mishap, I have taken an active interest in studying transporter mechanics.
Ensign Chell here has been quite helpful, assisting me while I ran a diagnostics check on the transporter buffer.
He's probably just worried that Tuvok might make him run laps in like 2 times gravity again. Yes, these are trying times in the land of the Dunmer. I think I've made that joke already. Hey, that looks like a fucking torpedo launcher. The hell is that? Is that the that ain't the shotgun. Federation grenade launcher! Hell yeah! Is this the is this actually the auto phaser? This might be the auto phaser. Hey, could you requisition me a fucking compression rifle, maybe?
I've made some improvements on the Federation-issue grenade launcher. I've loaded a holo program to test it. If you like it, then we can use it on the mission.
I think that sentence should be, I have made a Federation-issue grenade launcher. Oh, look at that thing. That is the most gun-ass gun the Federation has ever produced. Look at this fucking thing. Alright. I really like this. Uh-oh. Did I just lay those like mines like the fucking demo man? I did. I like this kit. The way this level looks. Whoa! Whoa! They're shooting each other, man! Someone's shooting right here. Yeah, I like the way this looks. This looks cool. Spinal, skeletal, the way a Federation starship is supposed to look on the inside. As opposed to the bullshit, dark op, broody, brutalist shit that New Trek comes up with.
Almost as good as a Klingon.
This is yet another daily reminder that I hate New Trek. That's the tiniest planet ever.
Now entering the Taravar system.
Oh, is this it?
Taravar 7 dead ahead.
Take us in.
Aye, sir. No ships in the area.
Scanners detect exomorphs. They're swarming Taravar 7.
Maintain a high orbit. Keep us outside the range of their propulsion systems.
Aye, sir.
Hail them.
No response.
The planetary defensive grid has been knocked offline. Superficial damage to their power converters.
Monroe, assemble your team. I want you to restore that grid and...
Captain, multiple ships warping in.
Yep,
3
here we go.
Idril ships.
Interesting timing. Hail them.
Greetings, Captain. We are here to provide assistance to the Atrexians.
What kind of assistance?
Each of our ships have a small security contingent. We would be honored to put them under your command to assist the Atrexians.
They will take orders from Lieutenant Monroe.
Of course, Captain.
Monroe, prepare your team to beam down, and keep an eye on the Idril.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
We are ready to transport.
Lowering shields for transport.
Raise the shields anytime. Hey, Reg. Oh, God, I'm dreading this.
Report. Engines offline. Weapon systems offline.
The 3 Idril ships hit us when we lowered shields. We are being hailed.
On screen. Crindo.
When we last met, you took away my most precious possession. Now I take away yours. Prepare to be boarded.
Lieutenant Monroe.
Yes, sir.
Report to the bridge. And bring me a rifle.
Yeah! That's Jean-Luc Picard, motherfucker, not this.
The
Not whoever the
transporters
hell
are
they
down,
have
along
on.
with the turbolifts. I
have a compression rifle!
all over the ship.
Yes!
Hazard team members, emergency deploy. Fight off the Idril invaders.
Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3.